What's up guys, Ryan here. Welcome to my 2020 Amazon merch mini series where I'm going to get you up to speed on what Amazon merch is, how to approach it, how to be successful at it, and build a scalable print-on-demand business. Now, if you have no clue what I'm talking about, don't worry. This is part one. All I'm going to talk about in this video is what Amazon merch is and how do you get started. And as you can see by this picture, the screenshot above my head, there's obviously a lot of earning potential with Amazon merch. Now, to date, I've sold 12,492 products through Amazon merch, and that equated to $243,700 in revenue, of which I got to keep $54,000 as profit. So hopefully I've got your attention now that you've seen some pretty big numbers. And by the way, while I am probably ranked in the top 1 to 2% of Amazon merch sellers, there's massive earning potential. There are millions of dollars of profit that have been made by single sellers. So I represent somebody who's done this more or less as a hobby. I always preach, I like to diversify my income streams. If you guys are familiar with my channel, you know that. If you're new to my channel, welcome. But you'll see I have different playlists with different other ways of making passive income. But keyword there, passive income. Amazon merch is another way of making passive income. Now, it is a manual process to get started, but each product you put up for sale on Amazon, once it sells, it's there forever. And each time it sells, we collect a royalty. So it is a pretty good deal. And before I jump into explaining exactly how it works, I just wanted to introduce myself. My name's Ryan Hogue. I've sold over $1.4 million on Amazon to date, and I've been teaching at the college level since age 25, which means I've been teaching for 6 years at this point. The reason I shared that is because I can teach you how to sell on Amazon merch. I have a free 7-day mini series that you can check out for free using the link below. I publish transparent passive income reports to my blog and my YouTube channel around the first or second day of each month, where I outline my profit from Amazon FBA, Amazon merch, my other print-on-demand businesses, Amazon KDP, and advertising through Google AdSense on a popular website I run, and YouTube revenue. I know it sounds like a lot, but keyword here, guys, passive income, passive. It truly is if you let it be passive. And what a big part of what I do is focus on how to make these things as passive as possible. When people ask me what I do all day, I say I build systems. I don't just learn how to do something and then replicate it a million times manually. I look to build systems that can essentially execute themselves so that I can focus on scaling my businesses. Anyways, if you check out my website, you can see, on the screenshot over here, to my, I don't know, I give up on pointing. The whole pointing thing, it's backwards. But the screenshot that says 22 sales, that was my second month on Amazon merch. I made a $99.57 royalty, which is not bad. I'll take $100 for free that I didn't have otherwise. But if you look, this one above me, I went from 22 sales to 890 sales in a month. And in that 1 month, I sold $19,069 in revenue, of which I got to keep $4,000 profit in 1 month. And if you want to see how long it took me to scale my business up from the left side screenshot to the right, just check out my blog. It's all there. It's all there. You can see it all. I'm completely transparent. And I wanted to let you know that I have a full spectrum Amazon merch course that will literally tell you everything you need to know in great detail, with full tutorials written with pictures and video tutorials of how to get started, how to do things like niche research using free tools and paid tools, how to design, how to upload, how to do good listing optimization on Amazon. Take it from me, I've created over 20,000 Amazon listings so far. It's just packed with value, and it's available via the link in the description if you're interested. I would love to see you inside. Last, before we get back into the purpose of this video, find your why. Figure out what it is that's making you, that led you to watch this video. Clearly you're interested in making some additional passive income. Find your why. For me, when I heard this quote, it has resonated and stuck with me since that day, where Warren Buffett, famous stock market investor, said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. Now, some people's dreams are just to have money. I've got money, but I'm not looking to trade my time for money forever. That's why I'm building passive systems so I can go enjoy life with money, right? Without having to like know that the vacation is going to come to an end and I have to go back to the day job. So find your why. What's making you watch this video and follow along? All right, back to the purpose of this video. Thank you for letting me get that rant out of the way. You can tell I'm passionate about this stuff. So what is Amazon merch? Let's go into the business model. Because so far, if you don't know what it is, it's just words, right? So Amazon merch is an invite-only print-on-demand program run by Amazon. I'm going to explain what print-on-demand is on the next slide. And towards the end of this video, I'm going to let you know how you can apply to get into this program. But just understand it's invite-only, so it's not like you can pause the video and go open an account. It doesn't work that way. Through the program, if you're accepted, it allows you to list products on Amazon's catalog, the biggest marketplace in the world, with hundreds of millions of visitors each month, that are Prime eligible. Now, Prime eligible, if you're familiar with Amazon Prime, there's over 100 million Prime members in the United States, and studies have shown that they spend on average twice as much as non-Prime members. So we're tapping into a massive potential market or audience, and we have that extra expectation of sales due to the fact that these print-on-demand products that we list through Amazon merch are Prime eligible, and the vast majority of print-on-demand products on Amazon's catalog are not. So we have an edge over people that are not listing Prime eligible. And last and most importantly, it's completely free. And it's not like a gimmick where I say it's free, but then there's some, weird thing where you have to give your credit card info. You'll never have to give your credit card info. It is completely free. All you have to do is connect your direct deposit account so you can get paid once a month. It's incredible. This is like a once in a lifetime type opportunity. I'm not the only person that's ever referred to it as such. It is truly a great opportunity. And this picture behind me here, I did have the chance to visit an Amazon fulfillment center. When we were on our way out, I went with my mom one day. She accompanied me because I didn't want to go by myself. There's only I think 6 or 9, something like that, less than 10 locations in the United States that are open for people to tour. But I was smart enough to get a picture on the way out so that I could prove that I was actually there. All right, guys. So now let me explain this concept of print on demand. Now, it is kind of what it sounds like. With print on demand, we can sell products that do not exist until after the sale. Now, let me elaborate really quickly on what I mean by that. All right, guys, so what you see me holding up right here is a blank black t-shirt. So with print on demand, Amazon has warehouses full of these blank black t-shirts, all right? And all they have to do is keep them in stock in various sizes. Now, suppose I come to Amazon merch with a design that says RyanHogue.com. I create that design in software. Now, by the way, this is just using text, so this is as easy as it comes. I upload that design to the Amazon merch portal. They make it very easy. It's a one-step program, and don't worry, I'll walk you through it later. And that's it. Then all I have to do, that will create a listing on Amazon's catalog. I can go purchase this design mocked up on a t-shirt like you see here if I get out of the way. All right? And then after the sale comes through, they produce the actual product after the sale is confirmed. They get one of the blank shirts, they print my design on it, then they ship it out to me, the person that ordered it. So if you pretend like I remove myself from that equation and I'm just the seller, I don't actually do any work after the listing is created. Amazon does all the work for us. Following an order, they produce the product, they do the shipping, they do the customer service. We sit back and we collect a royalty. I mean, this opportunity is almost, it sounds too good to be true. If you weren't familiar with it prior to watching this video, you might think I'm lying or something, but I promise you, it is as good as it sounds. It's autopilot. I mean, seriously, all we're responsible for is creating decent designs, uploading them, creating good product listings that are optimized for, helping customers find the product, and that's it. We sit back and collect a check. All right, so this gives us a high-level look into the workflow of how Amazon merch works for us, the sellers. Now, we are going to exclude what I was just describing about how following a sale, Amazon has to kick off a bunch of different processes to produce the shirt. They have these really expensive machines. I believe I heard they cost like $300,000 each. and they require 3 people to operate, and they have teams of 3 operating around the clock 24 hours a day to keep up with the demand of orders that come through the Amazon merch program. But that's besides the point, because that doesn't affect us, right? Us as the sellers, all we have to worry about is what's on this slide. We research so that before we start creating designs to sell, we want to go and carve out a piece of the pie from existing demand. And we want to serve that demand. That way, because guys, if we upload designs that no one's looking to buy, guess what? We're not going to make any sales. So let's go figure out what people want to buy and sell to them, right? This is, basic marketing. So we're going to follow the customers. Step 2, we're going to create the designs. Now, if you are a beginner or you have no graphic design experience, like I said, this shirt right here, granted, obviously it's my own brand, but it's just using a text tool, big bold text. It's super easy, and you would be amazed at how many text-only designs sell. I tell people all the time that I think my average sale on Amazon merch may be text only. And I'm going to show you a trick to distress your text and make it look a little bit better and stand out and pop a little bit more in search results in a later video. Step 3, we're going to upload that design through the Amazon merch portal and select what products it should be made available for sale on. That's it. It's 1, 2, 3. After that, we hit publish, and then we sit back, and that design will hopefully sell. And here's the thing. If it makes a single sale, it's on Amazon's catalog forever. If it doesn't make a sale in the first year, it'll get pulled off. But here's the thing. The reason that they don't let it sit forever is because part of being an Amazon merch seller is they limit how many products we can list for sale on Amazon to 10 initially when you first get accepted. So you can only list 10 products initially. But as you continue to make sales, you prove to them that they can trust you with allowing you to upload more products, and they'll continually like increase your limits from 10 to 25 to 100 to 500 to 1,000, etc., etc. I'm currently in tier 20,000, so I can list 20,000 products for sale on Amazon through the Amazon merch portal. And while I'm one of the most successful Amazon merch sellers, I personally know some sellers that are doing better than me, that are clearing 5-figure profits a month regularly. And there are some sellers that I have never met that I know are clearing 6-figure profits monthly. So the potential is crazy high, and it is a function of the fact that this business is scalable, and that it's Amazon's catalog. It's the number of customers that go there. It's the customer trust in the brand that enables us to have this sort of earning potential. Because if we did it on our own without the aid of Amazon, it would be infinitely harder. So how do you get started? Believe it or not, you can apply in 5 minutes or less. But as far as action items go for you, assuming I've convinced you to take a shot and apply, it's only going to take you about 5 minutes to get that application sent. And your first action item is just to apply. It's completely free. And before I show you how to do that, you might be wondering, how much money does it cost? Now, I mentioned that it usually takes money to make money, but in this case, this is completely free. So I just wanted to reiterate that to you. All right, so you're going to want to open your web browser and type in merch.amazon.com. I'll put a link in the description, and the web page that you see should look something like the screenshot behind me. And then you're going to want to click that request invitation blue button. Now, the process to apply is pretty self-explanatory for the most part. Like, you're going to have to provide your name, your address, some banking info so that you can get paid, and some tax info, because without that, Amazon, they need to know your tax info, because they actually let people in internationally, but they need to make sure that we are remitting tax to the US government, for instance. And there are certain state taxes here for the sales to take place in the United States. Basically, the 3 locales that they allow Amazon merch to exist in, they need to make sure that those taxes are covered. And where you are from, where you live, will affect how taxes are handled. So they have to ask those questions. Another thing, this is a theory from me, because I do get a lot of people asking me, how do I get into Amazon merch? I have a theory that where you live may impact the likelihood of you being accepted based on people that I've talked to that have had difficulty getting in versus other people that live somewhere else that have had no problem. And that's just a pattern I've noticed, but I'm not going to say anything more than that. But I believe that, most of my YouTube viewers live in the United States. If you're from the United States, you should have no problem getting in. If you're not from the United States, you may want to consider getting a United States tax ID. I have a blog post on how to do that. I've sent it to 1 million people. No one's actually followed through, so that's why I'm not even going to plug it on this video. But anyways, the biggest part that most people have questions about on this application process is what you see above me right here, the write-in portion, where they ask you your industry, your organization, additional information about why they should consider letting you in. And if you have a website, you can plug it there, or even social media, just to show that you have a potential customer base or a following. Now, I used to think that this was just automated and it was a roll of the dice of whether or not you got in, but I have it on good info that they actually do review this to decide whether or not you'll be let in. So you need to take this seriously, all right? You should mention any or all of the above that you see on this slide when you are applying. So if you have any professional industry experience as far as graphic design or apparel design goes, mention it here. If you've ever sold any t-shirts, if you designed t-shirts for your high school basketball team, just put it here. You have some sort of design experience, all right, if that's the case. Explain that a friend explained the terms of service to you, and then go do research on what the Amazon merch terms of service actually are. I'll probably do a video on that. Maybe it'll be probably video 3 or 4. I have to figure that out. But it's so important to understand the terms of service for Amazon merch, because if you break them, they'll terminate your account. And, the opportunity of a lifetime just gets flushed down the toilet. So you have to respect them and understand them. Explain any design software that you would use. Now, I'm going to spend time in the future in this mini-series going over some options you have for design software. I'll cover some free ones, some paid ones, and you'll be informed. But for now, you can just write things like Canva is very popular, Adobe Photoshop or Illustrator, both very popular. There's a free software called Photopea. So those are 3 good options that you can just list and say you have experience, and then go get experience with them if you're not actually experienced. Mention that you've sold on other platforms like Redbubble, Zazzle, Spreadshirt, Teespring, TeePublic, Society6. If you guys are familiar with my dropshipped print-on-demand content, you know that I'm actively selling on those websites. Mention that you've already downloaded the Amazon merch templates for creating Amazon merch optimized designs, because you might have pre-existing designs for other websites, but if they're not at the merch specifications, you won't be able to upload them to merch. The merch portal has requirements, and I think when I make that video going through the terms of service, I'll touch on those as well. And then if you have any social media presence at all, and you can mention in your application that you'll be able to drive external traffic to Amazon's catalog, obviously they love the external traffic. One of my most successful products on Amazon that I sell under my own private label brand, that through Fulfillment by Amazon, or FBA, I put the website brand on every single product. And if you go to the website under my brand, it loops you right back to my Amazon store. So Amazon is seeing that I'm sending external traffic to their website that's converting and making them money. And I get rewarded with really nice product ranking as a result. So think of it as just a flywheel, And they love that. Amazon understands if you can send external traffic their way, they'll probably let you in. All right, guys, and then in the next video, while we're waiting to hear back from Amazon, because it's not one of these instant applications, you're going to apply, and then you're probably going to have to wait like a week or 2. It could be longer, by the way. If it goes to about a month and you haven't heard back, you can reapply. Now, when I got in, this was long ago, I think 3 years ago, about 3 years ago, a little bit less, but I had to apply twice. The first time I applied, I think like 4 or 5 months had went by, and then I remembered like, oh yeah, I should reapply to this program, even though back then not many people really knew what was going on. Whatever happened that day where I reapplied, it came back into my mind, my train of thought, and within a month I heard back and I got in. And I almost let the opportunity go to waste because I didn't start uploading until about 2 or 3 weeks had passed, but the rest is history. As you can see by my stats, $54,000 later, I'm glad I got started. But in the next one, we're going to go over design software and tutorials on how to use them. All right. So if you don't have any graphic design experience, I just want to give you a brief rundown of different software that I personally would recommend to friends or family that are getting started on Amazon merch. And thank you for watching this video to the end, guys. Just remember, like, I'm a normal person. If I can do it, you can too. What I didn't mention is when I was generating these numbers, I did this right here while working a 9-to-5 job as a senior web developer and while working a second job teaching 3 college courses per semester for the last 6 years. So working 2 jobs, having friends, family, a girlfriend, being a part of all their lives, making sure I take care of myself, going to the gym. Like, I have a life, but because these are passive programs, as long as you just make a point of doing the minimum each day, you can slowly grow and scale this business up to where I'm at currently and beyond. You just have to be persistent. Figure out a way to make it work for you and you'll get there. But thank you for watching till the end, guys. If you're liking what I've got going on here, if you want to see the next video, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you want to, just hit the little bell icon and you'll be alerted the next time I drop a video. Also, do me a favor, hit that like button. Help the YouTube algorithm promote this content so that more people can find out about my channel. It would mean the world to me. Thank you for watching till the end, and I will see you at the next one.
Passive Income School is open. Enroll now at RyanSmethod.com. Thank you.